Hi guys, welcome to the Edinburgh Modelling Man Cave. Just a quick update on things that I'm doing. Just finished my work and I thought, okay, what, I'll go straight into a video, get that done. And the old brew with the old checkout, Model Officer's Mess. Subscribe to him. Remember, keep calm and build a model. Excuse me, it's my coffee. Right, what can I do? First of all, I'll start off with the paintwork. I'll try and put up pictures of what I've done with the pre-shade. What I've done is I used different colours. I went over with grey primer, then I used different colours, different like a dark green. I also used a yellow to try and get the base colour different colours. Or different tones, should I say, and break it up a bit rather than monotonous colours. This is the camo I've done. It's all done by freehand, not gone by the picture on the box. I just basically done it myself. You can see I have put a wee bit of pre-shade here where the turret will sit. I'm going to blend it in a wee bit darker around. Maybe we use smoke or NATO black. I don't like using fat black because I think fat blacks, it makes it look like it just doesn't look right. Nothing's fat black, so I use like a NATO black, or I'll use the rubber black, something that's got a wee touchy blue in it or something like that. But it's going to be sitting like this one. It's going to be sitting like this one. It's never going to be turned like that. What I did is, I'll take that off. I cut the tabs off because they were binding on it. But this was all freehand. I've added extras, as you'll see in a minute. These covers that cover that's PE, that's spare PE HUD. I also done the handles here with wire because the old ones were far too thick, as you can tell. I've put mesh on the grills and mesh at the back here on the hole to cover that up. This has all been sanded down, smooth, all fits. To say that everything on pins fine. What I've done is I've done a wee bit of black shading around here, around here, around here. Everything that was a wee bit where there would be shadow, I put a wee bit NATO black under it to give it a wee bit more dirtier feel, worked in feel. Same under them, I put a wee bit of NATO black so it would create the shadow. You could call it a modulation if you wanted, but I can't master that technique, so I just go how I feel. Again, it's my model. I use a wee bit of reference, but I don't go by exactly what it should. I'm not a rivet counter. I do it to how I like it, and if I like the look of it, I'm happy with it. That's it. It's never going to be in competition or anything like that, so I do it to what I like. The decals are on for all the one. Now this time, I didn't cut them, I fudged them. So I've cut them how in the pictures it should be. But the same, decals went down fine. UMP decal solution, they went down fine, flat as a pancake. That's nothing wrong with them. I did add a handle there, I had a handle there. For the sake of it, I'm basically copying what Spencer Pollard done on his to a certain extent. What I'm thinking about is, and I've seen it, you'll see the yellow there. What I need to do, you see that there it is there. A touch of yellow there, well, I might tone it down a bit. But again, if you're going to have it like that, you're never going to see it. What I'm going to do is get I've got dishcloth, and I seen somebody cut a wee square and put like a cover over it, like netting or something like that, so I'm going to do that. But this has all been done. This was a tricky part. It's still not bedded down 100%. It's still a bit wrinkly, as you can see in that shot. So I might need a wee bit more solution on it. But the time you put the weather and all that on it, you're never going to see it. But I'm getting there. Gun down, gun's done. Done a wee bit of dry brushing with gunmetal. That'll stick out there. I've also painted that metallic black. Again, time I put a wee bit of powder on it, gunmetal on it, flatten it down, it'll be fine. I'll do the brown for the handle and everything like that. But the two figures, I've never touched them yet. Repositioned these arms a wee bit so they'll look a bit better. But Bill and Ben, as I call them, because that's what I call these guys, Bill and Ben. I've still not touched them. That'll be my last thing I'll do before I wrap up this series. This is just a fun build. It's not this is what I should have done. I'm just using the techniques that I've learned now compared to what I did back when I done that. Because I say this is the one I built 5 years ago when I was just starting out. It's a bit, it's rough and ready. When you actually get close up, it's pretty poor. It was done, first time I ever done airbrushing. What I've done is I've done all the weathering before I put the decals down. So that's why they look awfully white and clean and all that. I forgot to put them down first, then weathering. But this is what it was like. Again, I've done the same thing again with these ropes. I was tempted to go make my own. And guess what happened when I started bending them in the hot water? They snapped. It's not bad. It's a nice clean break. So I'll be able to join them up and just glue them. Again, time you put on some pigment you're never going to see the join. I don't know if I'm going to do it, cut them off there, drill it out and do my own wires. I still didn't like the plastic stuff. It doesn't look right. But again, it's a fun build. Do I want to spend the time and effort doing it? It's a fun project, that's all it is. It's never going to be in a competition. It's just to see what it would be like. There's other kits I'm going to get onto, which I'll show you in a minute. Coffee time. Now, the rubber tracks. Had an issue last night with them when I tried to fit them. I've done the old super glue, and what it is it's got 4 rubber long bits, and you put them in the holes and you're supposed to melt them. Done that with a beady super glue on it, thought we fitted them, lo and behold, snapped. So, had to resort on major surgery, and this is it. You can see where I've glued them, melted them. That is a staple to hold it in place. There actually is wire, fuse wire I got in there to hold it together. This was the main one. This is the big problem. You're still getting that, you can see it, how it bends with the rubber track. What I'm doing is I'm trying to hold it in place to keep the front, to keep them straight, because if they don't, the bits there and there with the tension, they flare out like that. So look, when you look down it, actually I'll take it off and I'll show you. Take it off and I'll show you. There we go. See how it sticks out? See how that one's going like that? And that one goes like that? I think that's just, if you look at it, I'm trying to force some in. I think it's because the tension's too much and I'm just going to have to bear with it. I'm sure this is the exact same. Nice. It is the exact same. But what I've done is I managed to put the bits. That's wire. That's wire. It's just got plastic covering it, that's it. But when you slot it in into the groove, I need this behind the camera. If you can get in. Typically never works when you do it on camera. Maybe I get it. There we go. Right. You don't see them, but you still see the kick out. Will you see it if it's like that? Probably not. I'm just going to have to live with it. It is the nature of the beast with these rubber tracks. That's the problem. I would love to have been a wee bit more squarer. I have put super glue and everything on it, but it ain't moving. The teeth are in. You can see the teeth are in. It's just, I think it's just the tension on it. It's just pulling it across. Simple as that. I've tried moving the track about. That straighten up a wee bit. Again, for £15, for a beginner, I'm trying to show, if you're a beginner, what you can achieve. What I need to do is, let's get this off. I need to get that pushed down like that, so it looks more realistic rather than being up there, because the tension wouldn't be that much. That's going to be the problem. I think it's going to be tons of super glue and a clamp like that, or using the clamp there to hold it down. But what I've done is I dry brushed using Dark Iron Mr. Metal. It's a buffalo one. If I can, will it focus? If I put my finger there. Aye, see it on that one, how it's, you can rub it up. I've dry brushed them. I'm not going to go OTT with the weathering. I kind of like how it is, but what I'll do is I'll put the gunmetal pigments on any of the raised areas. I've still got the attachments to fit, but that's how far I went with this. Again, just off freehand camo, wee bit shading along there, along the edges that I've done with native black in there, just to create some shadow. Same with this. I'll put some darker bits there, but you're never going to see it. But that's nice to be front. I'm actually enjoying this. That's the thing, is these cheap kits, alright, they may not look as good, but for 15 quid, it keeps your modelling juices flowing. Because some kits I have, and I notice a lot of guys they're struggling at the moment, they're getting a bit bored, nothing's, but once it's alright, once it's up, yeah, side by side, I think it's looking good at the moment. I think it's looking 10 times better than what it was, but it'll be another one for the collection. So, next one I worked on, I got ordered up the ICM 135 World War I ambulance. And we'll get the box art for it. There we go. I got this. £17 off Evil Bay. I just like the look of it. It was something that I wanted to do. There is Australian ones that I want to do. I want to try and get a wee collection of these, because there is different variations of this model and different ones. It gives you about 5 or 6 paint schemes. I'll get them out. It's a lovely little kit. A bit fiddling parts, but again, ICM fits together like a glove. Yeah, look at all these. I do like that one. Aye, 3 paint schemes. That's probably the generic one that everybody does, but I'm thinking of doing that. I think that's the French one. Yes, it's French Army, 1918. It's just something different. I've not seen that colour. I've seen that one, and I've seen the one that's on the box. That one. That one. But I actually like that colour, so I might go for that one. I'll just see if I've got that colour in stock. If not, it's going to have to be a generic one. I might do the other French one, which is that one. It says France 1918. That's the one that everybody else builds. Yeah, I think, no, it's that one, because I came by the SU. Everybody seems to build that one. It's a lovely little kit. Very small, but I built up most of it in one night. I'll show you in a minute. But no, definitely think I might go for that one. Something different. As I say, I've not seen that colour or the roll up before, so I might give that a go. I'll show you what I've done so far. Come on, Bill. Ben, move it away. These are the side bit. I've put tape on them because I was seeing how it all fits together. Because inside's got to be painted white. Apart from that, that's the only one I've seen negative with the injection marks what I need to fill. That's the inside. So that needs to be filled. Apart from that, there you go there. I think it's that way, that way. These are supposed to be wooden panels, so I've seen a technique using a razor saw to use that and scrape it and try and get a wood effect. But I'll have a look at other people's way of doing things. There is very, very, don't know if you'll see it, fine lines like wood grain, but nothing much. This is the main, there's the main body. You can see the wood grain on that panels, but I think you can, nah, it's flat. It's just showing you the panels. I'll see it, there you go. You can see the panels. I've done wood grain before on the Ming British Rolls Royce, and it was quite easy to do until I found out it was all the same colour, so I didn't have to do the wood grain. But this is so far, this is what I like. I'll just clip it in. They just clip in. But that was all done in one night. It's a totally wee thing, but absolutely gorgeous. You can build up the engine and paint it all that. I'm just going to paint it some bits. I'm not going to go in fine detail because I'm going to put the cover over it and you'll never see it. So I'm only going to do so far with it. Maybe black, the wheels just come off. The wheels click off. Jet black and maybe a wee bit of silver here and pipe work, rubber black and so. But again, you're never going to see it because if I get the panels out. Oh, that was the other thing, the wee stretchers that go along. There you go. There's a stretcher. Yeah. See, there's a paneling that's going to go on the side. I take it you can have it open, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to shut up. I might get another one and really go to town in it and detail it. But for £17, another. Well, I love these World War I old-fashioned cars. I think they're an absolute joy. If you're a bit beyond a beginner and you're wanting something a wee bit more challenging, these are the kits to get. They're an absolute joy to build. If you just take your time, plastic is a bit soft like Airfix, but if you take your time, it builds up to be a nice little kit. As I say, that and the sides, all that. I'd done that one night, just sitting watching telly on the family table and built up quite nice. So that, I'm going to might prime today. You don't get very much glass work, the front wheels. And there's the decals. Get the decals. So, a nice little kit. The Tamiya Salamander I've not touched. I've primed it, the interior, and that's about it. I was more excited for the World War II car, and I said, I've done a plane before, done it with the Ventura, so I said I'll do something different. I wanted a car, so I ordered that, so I got stuck in with that. I was going to leave that, but after this bad boy, I'm going to start this. Now, as I say, I've done this. I might do this as a diorama. There is the bigger version at the back that I might get and have the two of them at the same time, sitting next to each other in the snow. Snow diorama is going to be a first for me. But this is an absolute beautiful kit. Very fine detail. I don't even know, open it. So this is a first unboxing, people. It's an unboxing. Let's have a look. This only cost me £8. There you go. Right, let's start off at the bottom. Instructions. There we go. See, I built this before, but I wasn't very sure how to paint white. And I made it white and I made an absolute monkey out of it. It didn't look right when it got to the paint stage. Build wise, it was fine. These can be a bit tricky. But I was a wee heavy handed with snips and cutting things off sprues and all that. So you learn. And it's you get a full, I done the full engine. And it comes with a full engine and you can paint it up on show. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this time. Take my time this time. I rushed through it. You got a wee tiny wee bit of photo etch for the gun sights. And a wee bit clear for the screen. 2 decals. Figures. Again, I'm not a figure painter. Looks like seats, and there's the sledges or the skis. The other figure. I have heard that you've got to manoeuvre the guy's features about to fit it. Not a big part count. But, I don't know if you can see, okay, I want you to see this. For an £8 kit, this is the detail you get with it. I think you can just see there the rib detail, or the rivets all over it. There you go. So see, you've got to be careful when you go it together, because if you get glue spewing through, you could take all that rivet detail off. So you can detail that up and weather that. Here's the top of the engine. One of the skis that go down. That's underneath. The guy sits on that. I'll open this one up. This has got padding on it. Highly professional work today. Really sorted out this. Come home from my work and straight into a video. But as I say, I want to try and keep up the videos. I don't want to leave I thought that why this is. These are the bits that are real, they're soft, very soft. You've got to take ultra care with them. If I can remember, I used wire to get the bend on it, to make it more structurally sound. There's a propeller at the back. Little engine. It's a nice little kit. If you find them, go for it. Nothing gained, nothing ventured. It's something different. If you want something different rather than planes or something like that, go for it. But I always like trying to go for something a wee bit weird. It keeps the interest flowing. That's how I see it. So that's what's on my plate at the moment. I've still got the 2K clear to do on the cars and bikes. I have not done anything to that. Because I need cellular thinners. And the way it's going, I need to go down to Halfords and get cellular thinners there, because you need to clean your airbrush and all that. But again, everything's got to be spotless for 2K clear. I have bought another carver box that I'm going to make up, so when I spray the 2 clear, I can put the carver box on top of it, keep it dust free. But again, that's like it's a mission to do that. It's not a case of, I'll just do it now, like tamiya clear. You've got to get set up, you've got to clean everything, your air booth, your airbrush, everything's got to be a mad cut, because you get one bit of dust on it. You can buff it out, but you want to try and keep the dust as minimal as possible. So that's why I'm taking my time on the cars and bikes. I am still going to do the GT1 as a test bed to see how it go. I've looked up Paul Bretland's video on the Pro Age 2 Clear, took the ratio measurements for it. So I'm going to use the GTSO as a test bed. I mean this was Tamiya X22 Clear I used on this. So I'm going to buff it down with wet and dry sandpaper or micro mesh, and gently, and use this as a test bed for the 2K clear. So that's what I'm going to do. It's on my bench at the moment. It could change. Came what I'm like. It could change, as I've got a couple of other things here. I really need to get on a Lancaster bomber. Well, I want to get this tank done and get it all done and dusted, and I can put that away and say that's the end of the series. And then I'll make another series on the Aerosan and the ICM Model T truck. So that look out for updates for that. Okay guys, that's me for the day. Stay safe. Hopefully the restrictions will lift. And hopefully the shop's open. We can get our support your model shop and get all your stuff for there. Okay, see you later guys.